Welcome to Used and Abused, the music podcast. However, this is the video version here on YouTube. And today we are actually going to be showing you some albums we picked up last Saturday at our local Goodwill on 50% off. And that Saturday, I believe, was April 20th, wasn't it?
It was April 20th, yes.
So just before Easter, went over and picked up a few albums. Went over, looked what they had. Wasn't 100% sure if I'd be picking anything up, but hey, it is what it is. Did pick up some stuff, so we'll go from there.
And we're going to reveal what he picked up at our local Goodwill. It was a total of 13 different albums, and we'll reveal them one at a time.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Album 1.
It is Barbara Mandrell, Just for the Record. As you see, it still has a little Goodwill sticker on it. And so there's the first one.
Can't wait to take a listen to that one. Album 2.
Lynn Anderson, The Best Of. This has, just real quick, even bigger. Actually, it doesn't have none of the big ones, because I actually think this came out in the 60s. Like 68 or something like that. So it doesn't have like one of her big hits, which is called Rose Garden.
Oh, that's right. She did do Rose Garden.
Right. I'm pretty sure she did that one. Anyways, next one is Tommy Rowe, Beginnings. We actually have his Dizzy album. This one is after Dizzy. I think like one or two albums after. But can't wait to give this a spin and listen to it.
That one's going to be a good one. Next one. Smothers Brothers, Play It Straight.
Again, this is definitely an older album, but, it'd be great to pick it up. Again, you can't beat 50% off. I mean, I can't really see the price tag there. It says 29 cents down there, but it's $1.29. 50% off, you can tell, it's a good buy.
This next album that we're going to reveal, he is actually one of my favorite singers and has one of my favorite songs on this album. That is Bing Crosby's greatest hits, and the one
song includes White Christmas,
one of the best songs.
Okay. And this came out. This was actually a 1977 album that was released on LP, and so can't wait to give this one a spin either. Do like his version of White Christmas.
The next album, Roger Miller.
The one and only. This is a stereo copy. Now, back in the 60s and even early 70s, a lot of albums came out in both stereo and mono. This is a stereo copy of it. So, can't wait to give this one a listen to. Roger Miller. One of his other albums or songs he's really known for is King of the Road. So, I don't have that one on there. We actually have that from other copies that we bought. But it's another album that adds to his collection. All right, next up.
Next album. If you listened to the podcast back last year,
Episode 1,
you'll know that Scott spotlighted this artist because his grandma had the record.
My great-grandmother had the record.
His great-grandmother had the record. And the album is Tennessee Ernie Ford, The Star Carol.
And this is actually a 1950, originally released, I think it was in 58. This copy here, I think, was released later, a little bit later, like 62 or something, I think. I don't remember. We looked this stuff up. You want to know exactly all the ins and outs of it, listen to the podcast, because we'll talk about these on the podcast. But this is actually pretty much his first Christmas album. Joy to the World, O Little Town of Bethlehem, O Holy Night, The Star Carol, Hark the Herald the Angels Sing, Some Children See Him, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, O Hearken Ye, the First Noel, Sleep My Little Lord Jesus, We Three Kings, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, and Silent Night. And there's one song here I'm not even going to try to pronounce because it's foreign to me.
Okay.
Next up.
Next one is also by the same artist.
Right. Got two of his and actually another Christmas album. This one definitely came out later again. Like I said, listen to the podcast. Listen to the podcast episode. You'll learn when these were actually originally released. I'm not sure I actually talk about when if it was a different pressing of the record that we got, or if it was a reissue or a repress. I don't think I actually talk about that, but I mean, again, it's still, back in those days, they did these little things up here where you got a file under Tennessee Ernie Ford Christmas, and I'll try to zoom in a little bit on that as best I can. You really can't. It's not really focusing on it. And maybe one of these days we'll get a better webcam. But anyways, Tennessee Ernie Ford, got a couple more of his. I do like Tennessee Ernie Ford, and that's mainly because of my grandmother, my great grandmother.
Okay. Next three albums are by this same artist, which is one of my favorite artists.
And it's also one of mine too. I'm really shocked at some of these that we found over there. Can't believe that they're over there. I mean, again, go if you're into collecting vinyl or even just a music collector. If you love music, I mean, you love listening to music and you want a bunch of stuff on, and you have some vinyl, and you want to get some more vinyl, but you're not looking to be like an audiophile, person that wants everything pristine. Well, I mean, if that's the case, you wouldn't buy nothing from the 60s because all the releases in the 60s under the mastering and also recording sucks compared to today's technology.
That's true, it does.
So I mean, really, you want to get into it. If you're going to be somebody who wants audiophiles type stuff, you're going to want everything released in 2019.
Yes,
you're not going to want anything released before that because everything, the technology keeps changing.
Yes, it
but
does.
I'm a person who wants the original recordings. I want the way they originally recorded it. I want what they originally mastered it and the way they put it on record, or and vice versa. Even if I do have a CD, I still want that CD taken from the original masters. But anyways, John Denver. This is his Poems, Prayers, and Promises LP. And this one here has, what's the big song on this one?
There's actually Take Me Home.
Yeah, Take Me Home Country Roads.
Take Me Home Country Roads, which is one of his biggest hits.
It is. Definitely one of his biggest hits. I mean, obviously the album has been beat up a little bit. But again, still, the vinyl itself looks really good.
Yes, it does. And the next one?
One of these days she'll get used to actually doing this. Is another John Denver. And what's this one called?
Airy.
And as you say, I mean, it does got the ring. Got the ring wear.
You can tell it's been well loved.
Been well used. Now, when we looked this one up, we found out this one actually did not chart for John Denver.
No, it didn't.
That last one was released in I think it was January or March of 71. This one came out in December of 71. And then his next release was actually Rocky Mountain High. Oh, no, this one, excuse me. This one did chart 37 on the country charts.
Yes, it did. That's right.
Rocky Mountain High charted at number 40, but was number 4 on the Billboard album charts for that year for under the pop area.
Yes.
So it was as you and the cool part is he's one of those artists who did the crossovers.
Yeah, he did.
John Denver crossed over, Kenya Tucker crossed over. At least back in the 70s, those are the guys that really crossed over into pop.
Yeah, they did.
But anyway, so there's, can't wait to give this one a listen because we both like John Denver. Next.
This is the next album by the same artist.
Last one by John Denver. And this is Back Home Again.
And it also,
this actually is.
I do believe
I look at the gate. I really look to see if any other ones were gatefold, but this is a gatefold.
And I believe this also contains one of his big hits too.
Yeah, I think it's Back Home Again, isn't it?
Yes, Back Home Again was one of them.
Oh, Thank God I'm a Country Boy.
Yes, that's the other one.
Thank God I don't remember how it goes. But anyways, so there we go. This is another good album by John Denver that we picked up. Okay.
Okay. This next one is actually a movie soundtrack, and it was
really originally released in 81.
Yep.
The funny part is side 1 you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 songs, and side 2 you only have 1 because that one song is 20 minutes long.
Yes, it is. It is 20.
It's like 20 minutes, 43 seconds long. What it says.
Yeah.
Online. But anyways, here we go.
Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire. Now, this was back in the 80s, it was a movie I didn't watch. Mainly because, 81, I was 10 years old. It was like probably a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for a child at 10. It's a boring friggin' movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Even 3-4 years later when it was on HBO and stuff, it's still a boring movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I became an adult, and finally got it on DVD. Actually, no, yeah, I got it on DVD the first time and watched it finally that I actually enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. There was another movie, Sophie's Choice was another one where I didn't care for it. It wasn't that big of a great of a movie for me back when I was growing up, but it ends up being a great movie now. Anyways, there's the best I can the track listing. Of course, we got to glare off the monitor because the monitor's right below.
And the final album we have,
this one here.
He's got a story on this one.
Okay. So if you all remember last episode, the live episode we did, the year anniversary, episode 45, we did a live YouTube video for it. We just took that live YouTube video track, recorded also for our show, our main podcast episode. In that episode, there was a history deal about Glenn Campbell's Galveston album. And I said my mom had originally had it, and I needed to, we needed to get it back.
Yes, you did state that.
We go over to Goodwill. I'm thumbing through the records, looking like, okay. I mean, they did have a couple extra ones, but sorry about that. Getting dry throat. But anyways, ended up finding this, and I can't believe it, but there it is. Glenn Campbell's Galveston.
Yep.
Back on LP. Like I said, my mother originally had it. I unfortunately destroyed it as a child. But now I've got it back again. And I know I didn't pull none of the other ones out, but that more likely is gonna be the original sleeve that had matter of fact, I don't even think my mom's had the sleeve because again, child destroyed it. But yeah, so there's Glenn Campbell's Galveston album. I can't wait to actually listen to this now as an adult. As a child, I didn't care for it, but come on. I mean, I don't know if it was because of the sounding or if my musical tastes were changing at this time. I really don't know. But yeah, I really just didn't care for it. But I think as an adult, because I've noticed a lot of things that I used to not like, I'm starting to like. I actually like nowadays.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, so that's the last of the albums. Last of the albums that we picked up over at Goodwill, or I picked up a Goodwill last Saturday on the 20th of April, day before Easter was celebrated here in the United States. But those are the 13 we picked up. 13 more to get added to this collection over here behind her head.
Yes.
As you see, we now have nice new
stacks, shelving.
Nice new shelving for our LPs. So we get to show them off a little bit. And if you look way over there, and I'm trying to get my hand to go right, that is actually a crate full of cassettes.
And then
this is a Michael Jackson picture disc. But anyways, you've all seen that photo before. And then once this rack gets cleaned off here a little bit more, unfortunately, a lot of the stuff there's a lot of stuff on here right now that shouldn't be on there. But this is actually our Blu-ray rack.
Yes, it is.
It's got all of our movies on it.
Yep.
Including the ones that we just purchased, but we're not here to talk about movies. We're talking about records.
Movies.
Anyways, that is the end of this video, or end of this show. Again, follow Used and Abused on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Tumblr.
Instagram on Facebook and Twitter are at Used Abused Pod. Instagram is Used and Abused Pod, and it's spelled out A&D. Email usedabusedpod@gmail.com. As always, in Tumblr, I can't remember what it was. As always, down in the description below will be the links, or at least where you can copy and paste the links to each of those. And you can shoot us, leave us a comment down below. If you like the video you see, give us a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't, click subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified when we release any new videos. And and views. The podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts,
Anchor,
iTunes,
Google Play,
Google Podcasts, Breaker,
Castbox,
Pocket Cast,
Public Radio,
Radio Public, Spotify,
TuneIn.
and TuneIn. You know, so, and if
Uh,
you listen to the show, you'll find out where else it's done.
Yes.
But anyways, well, I thank everybody for watching this video, and this will be video number 2 of the weekend. And have a great weekend, great work week next week. Be kind to everyone, and keep the music playing. Peace out.